Stacy Myers.
Mute your phone.
How the fix that? Just turn the volume out?
Yep, that's
That
all.
was awful. Holy cow.
That was so cute. Just go rock and roll.
I can hear an echo. This is gonna be awful. My anxiety's at a 9 now.
Where's the echo from?
I think my phone. Yeah, I can hear myself talking into my phone. That's the worst.
Oh, it's coming through. I don't hear it. Is your volume all the way down?
Fun. No, I can hear it. Whatever. Okay, we'll sort with it. Okay, so
Oh, keep going.
I am going. Can you hear it? See how weird it is? Is it echo? My iPad isn't connected to anything. No, it's, listen to that. Talk to it. It tells you things. Technology, it's only good when it works. Anywho, I'm Stacy Lyons.
Stacy.
I am on the technology, yeah, please. Did you write Jordan?
I did.
Oh,
I
sorry.
forget.
Whatever. I'm on the ALC Technology Committee.
I got rid of
And
most of it.
And I like to, we go to the lake a lot during the weekends. And so I've had to learn how to write offers on the boat on my phone because I've lost 2 laptops, one to a plane and one to water. So I just had to figure it out on my phone. So we'll just go ahead and jump right in. Okay, so Docusign. Docusign is 2 parts. It's one e-signature and then it's one the Docusign rooms. The rooms is where you have all of your documents in it and where you can send envelopes to the e-signature side to get signatures. So if everybody on their phone will download the Docusign app, and the Docusign app looks like that. Has that logo. And then also at the same time, after you guys do that, we're going to go to a web browser page on your phone and we're going to go to Docusign. So Docusign, because there isn't an app for Docusign rooms. I don't know why. So you're gonna go to Docusign and make sure I've learned that there's a bunch of different types of Docusigns and they have like different kind of websites. So we need to make sure that we have the right one.
I think I've got the Docusign Rooms app.
Like, you're gonna mess up my class.
We'll go that way, but at one of the big conventions, somebody showed it to me. I've never used it that I know of.
So there's 2 Docusign?
Ren and I don't even have Docusign, but we plan to get it, so that's why I'm here.
So this right here, I can't highlight it, but right by follow-up boss, that Docusign, that's the app right there. So then if you look on the other side, that Docusign rooms, that's just a bookmark to a web page. So if you go to,
That's what I've got. Never mind.
yeah. So Docusign.com. Try it. That doesn't look like the right one, but log in. So I don't have to hold my phone up. Okay, that's the right one. So then once you get to that and it looks like this one, then you're going to, and I don't have an Android, so I'm sorry if you do, I will try to help you, but Androids, I just do not understand them. So the little share button down at the bottom, the little box with the arrow, if you do that, and then if you kind of push up, you're gonna look for something that says add to home screen, and you're gonna click on that. And then it gives you like the really long thing. Let's just name it something easy, Docusign Rooms.
Wait. What button was that to get on the home screen?
It is the little bottom arrow button. See this?
Are you on an iPhone?
Uh-huh.
No, I'm on the
Oh, you have an Android.
Android.
Bookmarks might, well,
Is it downloads?
absolutely.
Cause that looks like a download button.
It's not download. I can help you after the class and help you try to find it. I've done it a few times with other people.
Oh, here, it's this button.
Okay.
It looks like that. Is that the button she's?
That's a down.
We're not gonna have the same, our buttons aren't gonna look the same. So we're be
Adding to home screen or replacing a desktop?
adding the home screen. And then just name it DocuSign Room.
He's sweet.
And then so then now you should have the DocuSign app and then you'll have your DocuSign Room.
Thank you. How did you get the DocuSign rooms? I'm sorry, I'm late.
You're fine. Go to a webpage
Yeah,
and then just go
bookmark
and
it.
add it to your home screen.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay, so now we have those two. So now we can work separately from our DocuSign Rooms and then our DocuSign e-signature. Because with the e-signature app, we can do different things than what we can in our DocuSign Rooms. So in our e-signature app, when some people, like when they send you a buyer sends you a contract and now you need to get it signed. So now you can actually, I'll show you how to take it from your email and just send it directly to DocuSign, and then you can just add the signature blocks, and it's super simple to send. So this one, we advertise learning how to do buyer's documents from your phone. So if you have a laptop, it's easier to start the template on your laptop to be able to manipulate the different blocks we're gonna put in. But I'm gonna try to do it from my phone for you to show you that you can do it. So starting a template, any template that you wanna do, it doesn't just work for the buyer documents. You're gonna go to DocuSign. If you're on your computer, you just go to regular DocuSign. If you're on your phone, you're gonna go to the DocuSign Rooms bookmark or added to homepage that we made. I feel weird because I'm not looking at you as I'm looking down at my phone. So if you need something.
So we're in the rooms right now.
Yeah, so you're in the rooms. Okay, so this is what DocuSign Rooms looks like on your mobile. It's got my recently viewed rooms, which is helpful because most of the time whenever I'm getting an offer, or when I'm doing something in my phone, it's something I've already touched before. But if it's not, you'll go to the hamburger menu, which is that little thing there. And then there's where you can go to your rooms, your inbox, my documents, and then help, but we don't need help. So we're gonna go to rooms. So then here's where you can search for your rooms if you know who you're looking for. I don't ever name my rooms anything weird, so normally it's just like whatever I put through command. So normally it's just the buyer's name and then the address. So at least I know some little bit of that information that I can search for. But for this instance, I'm going to create a new room that isn't connected to command, just so that way I can create this template because I don't want any information being transposed from command over to this template since I want it to all be blank. So I'm going to click on new. My room name can be whatever I want it to be.
This is not working for me.
Adding a bookmark.
Oh, I'm trying to switch to rooms and from
Yeah.
the bookmark and it's just not,
DocuSign Rooms, switch to rooms, and it's just not doing it.
it's not doing it.
Are you in your app or are you on your browser?
I'm on the browser. So when I click,
Because that's the, for whatever reason, that's just the regular DocuSign. That's the e-signature.
okay, so
So we have to find
we'll start over here. DocuSign.
try HTTPS rooms.docusign.com. Try that. Maybe.
Yes. Now I'm gonna add that.
If you put a new.
You said there was a way to put this on our, like a widget?
Uh-huh. I don't know about a widget, but on my home screen.
Put it in my business folder.
Widgets drain my battery.
Yes, they do.
So is a room on DocuSign like a loop in dot loop?
Yes.
Okay. We don't have it, that's why, but we plan on.
If you do wanna switch, let me know and I can help you
Okay.
switch over.
We probably.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a learning curve, but once you do it, I think
Yeah.
DocuSign's actually maybe easier
I
than dot loop
know, I
sometimes.
still miss dot loop.
There are things I miss about dot loop and there are things that I really like about DocuSign. I like that you can use one email for the whole transaction. So like if you have a husband and wife who use the same email,
Oh, yeah.
they can use the same email in
Mhm.
DocuSign.
Oh, nice.
I did not know that.
Yes, that has been.
So you have to label 1 and 2.
No,
Nope, you just use the same email.
Wife has.
I've had to do that.
And it has their name in
yeah,
it.
it just has their name on it. So like it'll say Sarah has invited you to DocuSign. Sarah has invited you to DocuSign. Elaine, whatever.
Okay,
Okay, so
so
now I just go to the hamburger, go to rooms,
we're gonna create a new
create
room.
a new room. This is so much better.
Okay, so then I will say, whenever you are, even when you are creating a room or whenever you go to like add somebody to your room, if you will put the room, your side on there, so if you're the list side or the buy side, that will help whenever you're on a sidebar. That will help whenever you're adding documents, because then the templates will know what side you're going for. So it will automatically put those signature blocks
Okay.
on the templates that KW has created on there for you. Because I know the last time I taught this class, people were like, it always adds the buyer and the seller signature blocks, and I always have to go through and delete them, and it just takes forever. And I was like, I've never had that happen. So they showed me what they were doing, and they were doing it a completely different way than I was. And it was because they weren't assigning what side of the transaction of the room they had.
Which if you go through command, it does automatically when you choose residential
Mhm.
buyer or residential seller or whatever.
Okay, so then select a side, it doesn't matter. We can do buy side.
So for this, do you keep it as test room the whole time, or do you do it as like for your buyer template, like buyer templates?
No, so that after we create our template, we won't use that room ever again. Cause
Oh,
we're gonna
okay.
download the template and move it over to the e-signature.
Oh, okay. So if I already
You
have a
can call it
test
whatever
room.
you want, it doesn't matter.
Okay, I'm just gonna,
Whatever, the room name does not have anything to do with our template that we're gonna do.
okay, it's just a spot to stage things.
It just makes us put something there, otherwise I wouldn't have even put anything there.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're gonna click save.
You think I don't hear what's going on back here?
Okay, so then now we have our room, and even whenever you click into a room that you've already created, not on your phone, this is what it'll still look like. So what we're gonna work from a lot is that little drop-down menu that says details there. So we're gonna click that, and then now we've got our documents, our people, our envelopes, our messages, and our history. So we're gonna go to documents, and then we are gonna click add, that little plus button. So now we have DocuSign forms.
Okay, mine didn't have that.
The Android didn't have that.
No, mine says camera, and media
Maybe
picker.
it's time to get an iPhone then.
You.
Did you click save on the first page?
Mhm. Yeah, I have a test.
I'll tell you, ma'am.
Here, let me take a look.
Okay, I found it.
Okay, so then now see how the ridiculousness of you can't really see what it
Yes.
is?
That's the
So
first
this
page.
is where you're gonna become a detective and you're gonna really figure out your life.
Or you can turn it this way.
Yes, you can turn off your orientation and turn it this way and do it.
That does make it easier.
Where did we go to get to the room or the documents?
Yep.
So we went to the drop-down menu up there
Uh-huh.
and went to documents, and then you hit the blue plus.
Oh, we're in the room first.
Also right there.
Yes. Mike, you gotta follow along.
Right.
You have to move slow for us old people.
Yeah.
My brain works 5,000 miles a minute, so you do have to tell me to slow down. And I do mumble.
I'm trying to speed up with my coffee.
I've never been able to get the thing to go silent before. so it's
Alright,
crazy
everybody
going today.
got to the documents then?
Yeah,
Yep.
Oh, nice.
I
Plus
know.
sign,
I've like, cause I have done
then-
this by just literally typing in.
So then
like,
now we're gonna go
A,
to the
B,
residential
and
buyer
then
documents.
It brings up whatever and I just click on it. and I
Sign
look
for it.
fast.
The blind leading the blind. Don't you
Yeah.
only have one option?
Yeah, you have DocuSign forms, that's what you clicked on.
Okay. So, and then now we're gonna go to the, the buyer's exclusive agency contract. So we're gonna select that.
So I also have a question. Shouldn't we, if we're doing a buyer's exclusive agency contract, shouldn't we be doing the broker disclosure form too?
Yes.
You can put whatever your little heart desires in your template, ma'am.
I was
So
saying,
you
I'm
can-
putting it all in there.
You can click both of them and we can show you how to combine them. We can do all sorts of fun
I
things.
think I'm more on spell right? Yes.
Sarah, I
Uh-huh.
need the documents.
Oh, so this is the regular Docusign.
So you're
So you
gonna go
go to,
details,
Details,
documents, and then plus.
okay.
DocuSign forms.
or downer.
How come we can't?
Get you caught up.
It's small.
Sorry if I jumped ahead on you a little bit there.
Keep refreshing on accident.
Yeah, it's slowed up there. That's where I started from.
Good job.
At least to your question, I would put that in the
Yeah.
broker disclosure. Do the first three forms you need for compliance. Agreement, that, and is it affiliated?
Affiliated.
Mhm.
Just do all three of those at once, then you're done with
Yeah,
that part
put
of
that
it.
on,
Home inspection. There we go. Okay, does anybody know how to make like the bottom block smaller? Cause I'm only getting like 1/4 of an inch that I can view.
That's what I was wondering, but I have an iPhone.
Oh,
See, isn't that weird?
There's not a way to make that bottom block smaller.
there isn't.
No. That's just how, you just have to like just make it work in a little tiny bit. That's why a laptop is easier to work on.
Uh-huh.
So I can
Yeah.
move over to my laptop right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
so weird.
While you're scrolling, can I point out something that just changed yesterday?
Uh-huh.
If you go down or scroll through your documents a little bit. Other way, oh. There,
Oh, it got added yesterday?
Wow.
yeah.
I was
That's
very happy.
exciting.
Yes,
It's now the ACHOSA application rather than the HSA. application.
which is so nice. I don't have to go into my other folder to get it now.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Okay, so I've got all those in the room.
Okay.
Is that where we're at?
Has everybody got their documents in our room now? No?
Go ahead and put chosen.
Yes.
Okay. So add selected.
Okay.
It's in your room now. So now we're gonna click on it,
Clicking on,
the document, to open the document.
Does it matter which one we pick first?
I only put the buyer's exclusive agency agreement.
All right, we'll do that
you're,
one.
you're mainly just getting legal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. This next part is user preference. I hate mobile friendly. I don't know why.
Yep.
I just do not like it. So this is what it looks like for mobile friendly. You have to kind of like constantly scroll over. If I'm on a boat at 3 p.m., I need it all in front of me, looking at it. I cannot scroll side to side. I can't miss anything. So I turn mobile friendly off, and then now I see the whole document.
Ooh, so how do you turn?
It was just a toggle switch, see right there at the top, mobile
You just-
friendly.
Pull it down so that you're all the way at the top of the document and then just kind of tap it down and it'll usually pop up.
Here's the next button too, it'll do it.
I also don't like mobile friendly when I'm sending it to clients, especially clients who are not very good with technology. There's a way in the template to turn off mobile friendly, so it's not even an option. Okay, so then here, now we're going to fill in the parts that always stay the same. So brokerage name, Keller Williams Realty. We're just gonna not care about spelling for me. Then you can check mark the boxes. After reading this, I'm like, you could technically check all of them and they would always be right, because as long as you did one of them, it was fine. So then we are going to, the agency period, we're gonna leave blank. On my other templates, I always make my employment agreements good for a year, just because I'm lazy and don't want to have to go back through and amend them. So I would always put like the next year in that date, but we're gonna leave those blank because we're gonna make those text boxes in our templates. So whenever we send them from our phone, if a buyer only wants to work with you for a day or 3 months or however long, then you can just put that deadline in there. So motivating factors, I always put does and all motivating factors.
And what do you put? All motivating?
All
All motivating factors.
Huh.
That's interesting.
Like, what if I accidentally say the wrong thing and I was like,
Only if they don't want it.
Can I
I
say
mean, you
that?
can
And
change it.
legal line was like, yeah, all
On-
motivating factors.
Sometimes we
seller's
want to be able to
side,
release
I
them
was
so we
taught
can
put
tell a sob
Seller wants
story.
money.
I put all motivating factors.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, on both
Um,
sides, unless they just,
That's great.
sometimes they don't want
Currently is not in
A
an
buyer,
exclusive
usually a buyer
representation
wants
agreement, you hope.
people to know.
You can always
You know,
change
'cause you
it
can tell
in the
them.
template, I
The
know later.
seller is usually. a
If you,
Yes.
when you pull it up, you can.
No, so not in the way that.
Yeah, so you can tell the
representation
story.
put it. You would have to,
Anything about race, religion.
we would have, in this, we're gonna fill it out here, so
Yeah.
if it is something you think you might change, then I guess technically in your template, you could like strike through it and like have them initial it, but way we're gonna do it here, everything that we're marking here, we're gonna technically download this, so it'll just be like a PDF now of what we're doing.
Oh,
here.
okay, that's fine.
We do not charge a retainer fee, so I don't do anything with that, but we do compensation and shared compensation. So, compensation is negotiable, however, on our team, it is 3% for the buy side. So we're gonna put 3% and make sure you mark your little boxy there. Next, other compensation, we do charge a transaction fee and that is due upon closing, so you mark that box and see how you have to really be patient with it. So $3.95 and due payable upon close, upon closing. Protection period, I don't know, I just always put 180 days there.
I do too.
Okay, and then next, let's see.
Your name.
So here I'm on a team, so I found people like, cause I'm on a team, I don't just put Robinson Lyons Realty Group, people like to see my name there, so I always put my name. And then Lexi's name.
And I can tell you from doing an MRAC audit, they require every name of everyone on the team who will have access, who's a licensed realtor.
Yep, we list all of them.
And what about our transaction coordinator?
Yes.
Yes, them too.
Shit, I'm sorry, shoot.
Yeah, so technically,
Potty mouth.
Aliens.
oops, if you have a really large team, you can do an attachment,
Yeah.
like
Gratis does.
see attachment, and that'll have all of your team on it.
Well, I put Stacy Lyons, Alexis Robinson, and then Robinson Lyons Realty Group.
so onward, do we just use?
I do know the brokerage, they talked about like having a stamp or a sticker or something, or uploading one that was already signed by them. But for this point, I just let Nicole, after I get the buyer signatures, I don't worry about the broker signature, and I
Yeah.
just wait until we go under contract, and then Nicole fixes
And
all
now I'm
that.
like, do you put Nicole on the designated agent?
I didn't know
No,
that, so no, I never did that.
Okay, I know, well.
I was, and then I thought it went away,
Helps
and then
us.
now they're
She's our
saying it's,
transaction
I think from what they said legally, yeah, we
Yeah,
should.
cause she's
always
licensed,
Yeah.
yeah, then yeah, her name would go on there as well.
But I
So if you
never-
use Onward for your transaction coordinator,
Oh,
would you just
Megan,
put
yeah,
Onward
just- I
Agent
was-
Services
Let me-
or
let me look right now.
Megan?
And everybody remember, all words in here,
Licensed?
remember everybody, everything's getting heard, all the conversations, so just remember that. I'll go check if we need to put onward or actual names.
okay.
Okay, then next, so, I always put yes for dual agency, and then I put no for transaction coordinator or transaction brokerage. Other provisions, at this point, I don't put anything there right now because I'm gonna put text boxes there later.
What do you
I-
even put there?
For other provisions,
So for other provisions
Oh,
on the
that's-
buyers,
okay,
that's
okay.
where you could put like, this is only good
Yeah,
for 123 Main Street or whatever
I
you
forgot
want.
about that, okay.
So then I check box 198 and I check box 218. And then that's all I fill out. We're gonna fill out on this template for this. So
you don't
then,
put your name in for the realtor's printed
no,
information.
because it will, whenever we go to the e-signature, it'll fill that out for you.
Oh, okay,
Okay, so now we are going to scroll on, hang on.
yeah, there's nothing left in that one, right?
So then this is, I don't know if it's not letting me pinch it back. Okay, so now maybe we have to turn our phone, yeah. So we have to turn our phone and are you finished signing, save and close? So we're gonna save that.
Oh, did you do it? Did you add it to an envelope?
Well, I'm big.
I don't know why it says, are you finished signing? No idea.
Okay. Yeah, mine just says save and close.
Okay, so then now we're going to click on it. So if you were working from your phone and you were ready, if you were gonna send the envelope, like you were ready to send this out for signatures now, you could, but that's not what we're gonna do. But up here is handy because this little, here, let me check this. So,
Yep, you will need to put Megan Lowe's name in there or whoever does your transactions.
thank you. Thanks.
It's a lot of stairs.
Up and down the hall and back again.
Fingers, hold on.
But one thing you said, you could actually do these templates on the computer and then save them where you can access them from a phone.
Yes, I was just trying to be a show off to
Right.
show you that you can do it. You can do it completely from your phone.
Well, that's great. I just want to make sure.
So if you were gonna send a document from your phone on Docusign Rooms, you would check all the documents you wanna send. And then this is why it's really important on the details tab to fill in all the email addresses that you have on there. So like the listing agent's email address, if you put that on there, because then you can click that. You can either click that button and let's move, copy documents. Oh, email, that, the email button. So you can click that and email it to someone if you have their email address. Or you can hit the pin right there, and that's how you create an envelope from Docusign. And then here is where some people in the last class were having issues. So you would select the buyer 1, buyer 2, buyer's agent, buyer broker, and then it would automatically put those signature blocks on your template. But that's not what we're gonna do this time. So now we're going to, where's my document? Oh, there it is. Okay, so actually I lied to you, I think. Hold on.
I was gonna say, I think you have to have the document open, right? To make it.
We
a
have to have the
template.
document open to download it. So we're gonna open our document back up, and then we're gonna go to the page up at the very top. See how it's X key clock page?
Okay, we're opening.
We're gonna click on the page, and then we're gonna click download. And then it opens up in another web browser page, and then we're gonna click the save button. And we're gonna save it to files. And wherever it goes is fine, and you can leave it named that, that's fine. So then click save. All right, has everybody gotten that?
Mhm.
No, I'm still just downloading.
Okay.
But from this point, if I'm on my computer, I'm gonna wanna just airdrop it to my phone and save it in files.
No, you can do all of what I'm doing on your computer.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll hit the page button. We're gonna download.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you could probably save it to your downloads, so it's probably easiest for you.
Okay. Yeah, it just downloaded. Okay.
And everybody save it to their files.
Mhm.
Okay. Now we're gonna go out of the Docusign Rooms side, and now we're gonna open up our Docusign app. And then we're gonna hit the plus button.
I'm gonna have to get it onto my phone first before I can.
Actually, templates. All right, so you're gonna hit the plus button, I think.
How did you get the blue screen? Did you do request signatures? Yep.
Okay, this might be a group effort here. Okay, I lied to you. We're gonna go back to the Docusign Rooms section. And then we're gonna hit the hamburger menu.
From that room that we were in.
Just whenever you go back to your,
Yeah, from that room.
whenever you go to the, whenever you go to the main section, we're not in the room. I don't, yeah, let me see if you can get
Okay.
it from the room.
Just the main screen.
Oh, yeah, it is, yeah, it doesn't matter where you're at. We just need to go to that hamburger menu by the Docusign. And then at the very bottom where it says your name, click that. And then switch to e-signature. Okay, so now we're on the main page on e-signature. Does everybody look like that?
Yeah.
Can you go back one more time? Because.
So we went from, on our DocuSign tab, we went, like you can see it, like I'm trying to show you on my phone. And then hit your name down at the very bottom
Okay,
and then switch to e-signature.
got it, okay.
So now we're on the main page of DocuSign e-signature. And you're gonna scroll down and you're gonna click start. I think the one that we want is the very one that you can't see.
The envelope template or envelope.
It looks like you need a bigger screen. It looks like I need a bigger screen. That is so rude. Okay, well,
Try it again, you can do it. Or does it just put up?
Click that, there you go.
There you go. No, it's like, no.
I just did this on my phone yesterday. Okay, well. So if you go, so apparently. Oh my God, dang it.
Did you try hitting start when you're rotated?
What do we need to click on after we hit start?
It's,
It's the very, I think it's the button you can't see.
Envelope
Create
template.
envelope template.
Upstairs.
Just gonna be a trip.
We click start and then we click envelope templates. Yes, okay. And then upload template, right?
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh. Even though mine says, looks like you need a bigger screen, it's letting me scroll on the bottom in a white area. Sort of.
okay, how do I?
Log into your account from
Oh,
desktop to access. Oh, yes.
Recording in progress.
Oh my. So is this, no,
Try share screen from the from the iPad.
start broadcast. So cool. Okay, so creating the template truly is easier on your laptop.
envelope templates and then create template.
Uh-huh. I'm getting caught up on what we've done so far on this, so save the files.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, start. Envelope templates, create a template. That is the most ridiculous thing. Okay, template name, you can name it whatever you want. Nobody's gonna see the template name but you, so
Something you'll remember is.
buyer agreement, employer agreement, whatever you would like. Template description. You don't necessarily need anything there. I think that's just for internal use. And then add documents. This is where if you had multiple documents that you were gonna add in there, you would add all of them. So because we saved it to our files on our phone or your computer, wherever you set it, we're gonna do upload, browse, choose files, and find your buyer, that one, and then click open. And then here's where you're gonna add your recipients for the different signature blocks. So you have buyer one. And then, of course, we're not gonna add the name or the email because we don't know that yet. You have buyer two. And then you have your buyer's agent. So the role could be buyer. If it's always gonna be you can go ahead and fill in your name. If you're filling it out for your team, then you can leave that blank as well. And then if you send it to somebody like a transaction coordinator, you can add them there and designate that they, instead of needing to sign, they get a copy or they need to view it. And you can add as many of these recipients as you want because later in the template, if you need to delete them, you can. So if you only have one buyer, whenever you go to send your template, you just delete buyer two and then it deletes those signature blocks off of there.
So if you're needing this signed quickly by somebody, you're not adding Jim yet
No.
because you don't want to get hung up waiting on his.
I don't
signature.
ever add the broker whenever I'm sending it out, especially because if I'm writing an offer and sending everything, because it does hold it up with letting them sign. I just wait until we go under contract and then the contract to close people.
Got it,
Let's handle
okay.
that.
That's how we do it too.
Okay,
So then I change the email subject, just delete that PDF. And then your email message, I always just put, please review and sign. Thanks, Stacy. And then you're gonna click save and close. Oh, actually, I lied to you.
Thanks. Save and close.
No,
Oh,
you're gonna click, I know, I was like, I lied to you.
click next.
Yeah. Then here's where you're going to put your signature blocks. So like buyer one, on line one, we're gonna select the name. So you're gonna put their full name there. Then you're gonna do the drop down tab and select buyer two and click the name and notice how it goes away. The buyer one thing goes away. So you kind of have to remember where you put buyer one and then think about how long their name's gonna look. And then halfway over, put buyer two.
Okay, so my buyer one did not disappear.
Oh, well.
On
see?
the
have you changed colors yet?
computer, on the computer it
Oh,
doesn't.
wow, okay.
Yeah. So then on anything that doesn't have to do with the buyers actually signing, if I have to fill it in, I go ahead and select myself for that. So like where our agency expiration period ends, we're gonna put text boxes there. And this is hard. It's harder to manipulate a text box on your iPad than it is your iPhone. So you would take your text, if you're on your computer, then you can take your text box and manipulate it over to that line and make it as big as you need. So you would have 3 separate text boxes, one for the day, one for the month, and one for the year. And then the only other thing that we need to add text box to, I do make them initial, both buyers initial where it says we have a transaction fee. So you put
Oh, that's great.
an initial, you would put 2 initial boxes there. And then I also have been making them initial here where it says the 3% of the sales price. So just an initial block box
Just a
there.
CYA kind of thing,
Yeah.
like we discussed this.
Just because whenever I highly encourage you to create a Docusign room for yourself and send it to your personal email, so that way you can see exactly what they're signing or what it looks like when they're signing. Because whenever you send them a document, it's gonna make them say, okay, pick your signature. So they pick that and then they click start. And then the document just immediately jumps to their signature where they need to sign. So if they don't really care about reading anything, then they're not seeing any of that. So if they didn't pay attention or if you didn't explain something well, then I've had people be like, well, I didn't know that. So now if it has anything to do with money or something that I might get questioned about later, I put an initial block.
Yeah, we'll direct them right to it.
And I don't know if you do this, but where the broker's signature is,
Mhm.
I go ahead and put my date signed and time signed there. So that when the broker signature comes in later, it's just his signature, but it still has the date from when we went under the agreement. I don't know if that's right or wrong.
I don't know either.
I'm not saying you should do that. I'm just saying I do that.
Okay, so then now we're down here on the signature block. So buyer 1, you just put the signature block there, their print name, so name, date signed. And then because of the block, because of the line that we signed, I think on 198 where it says that they can make changes via email. So if like they just email me and say, hey, we want to make a change to whatever, then I think it's best practice to put the email address here for all parties. So everybody has the email that they're supposed to be using for communication. And then I don't put the phone number or the address. So you'll fill that out for buyer 2 as well. So you need to fit the signature blocks where they go. I just can't because of the iPad. So date, name, email. And then filling out for you, for the buyer's agent signature. Email. Yep, the title, date. So then now you hit save and close.
We would theoretically go ahead and put our signature on there and then just add the date and time on the date we send it to them.
You can, but what, for this purpose, I go ahead and I set, I send it to me to sign. It's an extra step. You wouldn't have to click the signature button, but you have to send it to yourself because you're gonna have to fill out that expiration date.
So you might as well just sign it.
So you might as well sign.
It is just a click.
Okay, so now we are going to, now let's see if I can. So now technically, now that you have all of this set up, now you don't have to go back to the Docusign rooms again to send your buyer's employment agreement. So now you should be able to open up Docusign Rooms app. And then hit the plus agreement. The plus agreement.
At the bottom,
Yeah.
request signatures.
Request signatures, go to templates.
And there it is.
And then go to buyer agreement and then use template. And then it should all be there. So then now you run a lot of, you don't have the buyer's email address, or it's like in an email, so you can just, if it's super easy to copy and paste and do it, then you can just do it, type it in. So you just type Stacy. I think this is a different test template I shared. And then you just click sign.
And if you have just one buyer, do you just do like an assign to me on the second buyer thing? Or do
You should be
split it,
able
or-
to go in and delete them.
You can delete the buyer too from
I know
where
you
you
can,
add recipients.
I know you can when you're on the computer. I'm just wondering if when you're on your phone, if you can do that.
Yes, you can. You should be able to.
That's what I'm trying to figure out how to do.
Stop record wherever it is.
Yeah, I'm like, can you find that?
Since you're listening to yourself here. No, right there.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, so then, sorry, that was very convoluted. I'll go later this week, I can create a video where I do it like online, on my computer, and then switch over to my phone, so that way people can follow around, because I know it's a lot of steps and it's a lot of trying to do it, especially when you're trying to follow around, and we had some technical difficulties. But some fun things that you can do, so you can go to sign document, and then if you have like you just have one piece of paper, you can hit the scan button, and then you just hold it over. And then you can scan multiple pages or not, and so then you can hit save. And then hit next. And it uploads your documents that you have. And then so if you did it the right way, then you can add your signature blocks. You can add your signature blocks for your buyers to the document.
Down at the bottom.
So request signatures. I did the signed document right now. And then save. Next, and then that's where you would put your recipient's name, your buyers, your sellers, or whoever you're sending it to. And add the signature blocks for that. Save. Next. And then there's your document. You can add initials and a date. And then send it out for signatures that way. Fancy. Any questions other than what we just did?
No, that was really helpful. So once the template's there, then it's really easy to just send from your phone directly to them.
Yeah.
Because last time I've had like paper copies in my car for the last
Oh, yeah.
2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
Me too.
Because I'm like, I don't know how to do this on the fly.
Uh-huh. And like I said, I'll make a video of step by step. I can't help you with Android, but if you call me, I can probably talk you through it, or we can meet and I can probably walk you through how to do it on your Android phone. But Yeah, that's Docusign and
Well, and once you've done it on the PC and you've created the template even,
yeah,
then you can just you can just pull it up on your phone, whether you have Android or Apple or whatever, because it's in the app at that point.
yeah, exactly.
So that's,
And then
yeah.
the easiest way probably.
Yeah,
That's
and it
probably
truly
the
is
easiest way.
easier to do it on your laptop. And I did it, I went through it on my phone all
Just to show you
yesterday,
could.
so I don't know, because I went through from start to finish, so I don't know why it didn't allow me to do it now. Okay, well, if you have any questions, you can reach out to me anytime, call or text, and we're here to help.
That was very, very helpful. Thank you.
Thanks, Stacy.